Why hello everyone and welcome back to SamCastGS, where I desperately need a haircut. Seriously, my hair is really long, like comes down to there. When it starts affecting my vision, that's a good sign that I should probably get it trimmed a little bit. Anywhoozes, it's been 1700 years since I made my last video. I have a really cool, exciting surprise at the end if you manage to get to the end, if you're still entertained by my videos, and if you really care at all. So let's get started, shall we? Started on what? That is a good question. I was going to make a video on the difference between a protagonist and an antagonist, but it turns out that it's a little more gray area than I thought it was. The way I learned it in my creative writing class, protagonist is the character that's trying to move the story forward, the person who's trying to advance the plot. And the antagonist is the person who is trying to stop the progression of the plot. So when people say that the main character is the protagonist, it would really bug me. But then I looked it up, and it also means the main character, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense considering that the hero is usually the one trying to stop the villain, the latter of which is trying to propel the plot forward with their evil plan, thereby making the hero the antagonist. The definitions are all weird and conjoined and confusing. The English language is ridiculous. Silent letters? Really? Silent letters? I'm not talking about like silent-ish letters. I'm talking about Arkansas and Illinois. Why is there an S? Why? There's no reason for it to be there. Arkansas has an S, but it also has an S at the end. For those of you who didn't know that, you probably all knew that. And in Arkansas, it's actually illegal, technically illegal, to pronounce the name incorrectly. Well, then why did you put a freaking S at the end of it? You're just fueling the problem that you're trying to avoid. Speaking of fueling problems, have you ever watched a really late night infomercial? Oh my god, they're hilarious. They invent problems that they can fix. How hard is it to use scissors? Who here who has basic motor function doesn't know how to use scissors? I'm talking adults who watch infomercials, who order these things over the phone. There's this special kind of scissor that, like, I can't remember what it is, but it just cuts really easily. It's like, shah. That's what it does. It goes, shah. They don't do that in the infomercial, but I feel like they should. But then they always show the black and white example of why scissors are so hard to use. And it looks like the guy's having a freaking seizure. He's like, I can't activate scissors. Activate scissors is not the right word, but I decided to go with it. If you're handling scissors like this, you shouldn't have scissors in the first place. It doesn't matter what kind of scissors you have. Since this video isn't really going anywhere, I'm gonna move on to the surprise. Check out this action. That's right, the dinosaur of the day is back because I found the book in my sister's drawer for some reason. I don't know why it was there. It makes no sense. But the point is, we're gonna pick up where we left off and we're gonna do it right now. So let's do this. I think I left off on a C. Ha! Here we go. Ceratosaurus, the horned reptile. Check out that guy. He is crazy looking. He's also a member of Saurischia, Theropoda, and Carnosauria. Some new words. Let's get right into it. Living at the same time and in the same of the same. Oh, living at the same time and in some of the same areas as Allosaurus. I is good at reading. Ceratosaurus was a much smaller and lighter meat eater than Allosaurus, the aforementioned Allosaurus. For its size, though, it seems to have been an agile and fierce predator, with strong claws, a powerful jaw, and remarkably large teeth. His teeth were like, They probably weren't shaped like that. That would be very impractical. Excavations of trackways indicate that Ceratosaurus may have hunted in packs and thus been able to bring down even the largest of prey. I love doing this in this dramatic voice. I remember in my older videos I was using this really weird voice, and somebody actually mentioned in the comments, why are you talking that way? And I was like, I don't know. Sorry if this last segment is really loud. I need to figure out what the sensitivity of my laptop microphone picking up sound thing is. Moving on. The use of a short, dull horn on the nose remains unclear. It's right there. It doesn't look very short if you kind of look at it. Right there. It looks actually quite long. Perhaps male Ceratosaurus displayed their horns to attain dominance in a group. Its physical appearance, it's 20 feet long, powerfully built. Typically strong hind limbs, comparatively short and weak forelimbs. It's got tiny little arms. Four-fingered hands with sharp claws. You can see his tiny little four-fingered hands. Look at them. They're so tiny. Sorry for the glare from the window that is now over there relative to where I am at this angle because the table continues to shift this way for some reason. Jaw massive but lightly built. Teeth enormous and flattened? Flattened it is. Oh, I see the flattened kind of in the back. A row of bony spurs running down the back and long tail may have supported a short fin or crest. Fossil sites are Colorado, USA, and Tanzania, Africa. And the geologic age is the late Jurassic. But I think I'm gonna do one more of these because it's been way too long since I've been able to do the dinosaur of the day. We are now on to Chasmosaurus, the ravine reptile. Look it, he's got a little baby, the little baby ceratop thingy. Kind of looks like a triceratops. Oh, good. Ornithischia, marginocephalia, and ceratopsia. Ceratopsia, see, I was right. All except the earlier ceratopsians. Kind of sounds like an alien race. Or horned dinosaurs, it's specified for you. Had a bony, skin-covered shield or frill sprouting from the back of the skull. Chasmosaurus's long, impressive frill, very impressive, stretched over its neck and shoulders and was edged in bony knobs and short spikes. I'm trying to read in a way that I'm not tripping over myself. Had the frill been made of solid bone, it might have been too heavy for the dinosaur's strong neck muscles to support, but huge skin-covered holes made it easier to bear. So, right there, you can see the little indentification right there, and that's actually just skin, and the bone goes around the edge and stuff. Far too fragile to provide defense against the crushing jaws of a carnosaur. The frill may instead have been used mainly for display. So basically like, hey, look at me, I've got a big pretty frill. That's how they talk, dinosaurs. It's just common knowledge amongst paleontologists, unlike myself. I'm not a paleontologist, don't listen to anything I say unless it's from the book, in which case you probably believe what I say, but again, this is a really old book, so there might have been updates on dinosaur since. Although neither the frill nor the blunt horn on Chasmosaurus' nose would have provided sufficient protection against attack, the saber-like horns on its brow may have served as defensive weapons. Excellent. Physically, it is 17 feet long, typical ceratopsian shape, thick, strong legs, muscular neck, long, sloping skull, culminating in a parrot-like beak. The fossil sites are Alberta, Canada, and the geologic age is the late Cretaceous. So those are the 2 dinosaurs of the day that I'm doing today on this day of dinosaurs of days. Thanks for tuning in. Feel free to subscribe. There's a link to my channel in the description. As always, again, sorry if the sound was a little like, at the end of the video. I got really excited about doing the dinosaurs. I just noticed that my nose has been red this entire video. I was outside in the sunshine, and I think that my nose got a little burnt. So that's awkward. Once again, thanks for tuning in. Goodbye.